Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. So, as promised, from today I'm going to start the interviewing skills series that is purely dedicated for the interviewers. Let me clarify, it is not only relevant for the HR teams, for the talent acquisition team members, but it will add value to everyone who conducts the interviews to hire their teams or other teams. So, to understanding interviewing skills, we can divide interview process into three parts. First comes in the beginning, where we start interacting with the candidate. Then comes the center and middle part of the interview process, that where we ask most of the questions to the candidates. And the last one is the closing, where we conclude everything and we conclude the discussion so that we can end up for the next steps. My major focus would remain on first and the third part, that is beginning and closing. Why? Because these are the two areas that gives wonderful opportunity to the interviewers where they can brand their organization's professionalism. They can also reflect a lot about the culture of the organization, that how the people are being treated. It also gives wonderful opportunity to the interviewers to show their leadership skills. So let's start from the beginning. So from employer branding perspective, we need to remember that interview process is not limited to that particular room where the interviewers and candidate have a discussion. It starts right from the doorsteps. So first thing that talent acquisition team needs to do, that whenever they are scheduling an interview with a candidate, they need to inform at the main gate, they need to inform at the reception, so that everyone takes care of a candidate when they comes in. It also matters that how warmly you greet the candidate when someone receives them at the gate or at that particular floor, and then take them to the interview room. So it's very much needed that someone is there to attend them. So we all know that it happens sometimes that the candidate keeps on waiting and nobody is there to attend them, or sometimes the receptionist or the guard of the security team at the main gate doesn't know that someone is expected to come. This thing does not leave a good impression of the organization on the candidate. This is the very first part that we need to take care of. In case, the candidate are waiting and you have to make the wait, that's okay. But during that process, someone should be there to attend them, to greet them, to make them sit, to ask them about like any refreshment, so that they feel attended and respectful. And then comes the time when the candidate enters in a particular room. In that room, it is possible that a panel is sitting, maybe two, three, or four people. That can also happen that only one interviewer is sitting on the other side of the table. But remember, it is very much important that you welcome that person, you greet that person, and they can just have a chit chat in the beginning, that how he's doing, whether he found the place easily. There are some common things that people start chatting when they don't know each other. You can talk about weather, you can talk about the traffic, you can talk about big news of the day, so that that ice breaking takes place and both gets in a comfortable place. If you want to evaluate someone, the best way is to have a discussion, not investigation. So the interviewer needs to create an environment where both of them can talk more of in a discussion manner, instead of having an investigation kind of discussion where the only question and answers are taking place. There are two things that I would really emphasize for the interviewer. First thing, they should thank the candidate. Okay, so as an interviewer, it's always good to thank the candidate that he has taken interest, he has come all the way to meet them, to sit and to get evaluated. At times as an interviewer, a thought comes to our mind, maybe we are giving a favor to that candidate because that person needs it. We need to cut down this kind of mindset that an interviewer, or maybe as an organization, we have a bigger hand on the candidate. At times we have this kind of mindset that being interviewer or being the organization, we are doing a favor to that candidate that we have called them for interview. I know this would sound harsh, but this is it. We need to make the candidate at ease. Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Harris. How are you? Firstly, we would like to thank you that you have taken interest in this position as well as in the organization. It's very good to see you. See, this is how you can make other person more motivated, more into the discussion, and more connected and energized. One of the most important rules of an interview process is that interviewer needs to start the discussion with their introduction. Third thing, they should also tell briefly about the role, that what kind of position is available and what kind of role is there. Very briefly, that you can tell them, okay, so this is a role that actually falls into particular function, and we are looking for someone who can takes care of one, two, three responsibilities. One more thing that is really important, that the interviewer needs to guide the candidate about the overall process. As an interviewer, we need to tell them that how many interactions are expected and the hierarchy level of the discussions those are expected with that candidate, so that he has in their mind that this is the first meeting or the second meeting and how far they have come. It is the prime responsibility of the interviewer to tell them that how many interactions are expected and which interaction is this one, how much impact it has. Also recommended, if you are going to conduct a behavior based interview, we would expect that you would come up with an example so that we can understand in a better way. You can start like this. Thank you very much for your interest. This discussion will help us to understand each other. We will ask you some questions to know you more, and in the end you would also have the opportunity to ask as many questions as you have. This is how you would start in a more friendly manner, so they become more motivated, they become more original and more genuine, and they do not need to or cover themselves under a mask. So you see, before diving into the center part of the interview process, where you just keep on throwing the questions and getting the answers, there's a lot that you need to take care of. We need to take care of a lot of impressions. We need to take care of a lot of reflections the candidate would take. My one and a suggestion: whenever you're going to meet a candidate, remember the way shopkeeper meets the customers. Anyone who at that time is interacting with the candidate is a representative of the organization. We are responsible to position, to picture the image of organization in the mind of a candidate. So it is really important to take care of the process before diving into the questions only. So with this, I'm signing off for today. I hope these tips will help you. Yes, you would understand there is a lot that you need to learn about the interviewing etiquette, interviewing skills, particularly for the interviewers, and there is a lot that is coming your way. So keep on liking and subscribing our channel, keep on sharing the knowledge so that more and more people get benefited of it, and we can add more professionalism at our workplaces. Dream Job is actually aiming to transform people behavior as well as the culture of the organization. Thank you very much for receiving it. Thank you very much for liking it. Take care, stay blessed, and have this.